Well, I got up this morning. I went to Flying J. I went and got myself a coffee after I had made my breakfast and everything down near the water near Ehrenberg. And so I went to the Flying J, and then I met my friend who I originally met at the Flying J a few days ago, and we've camped together at the just prior to Christmas. Anyway, so we started talking and we decided we'd go for a drive someplace we've never been and see if we can find a nice place to spend the night. So with very little discussion, we ended up, or any real research, we said, let's go that way. And we'll pull over on the side of the road where it looks like maybe there could be a good spot to spend the night. So we stopped here. And I'm standing here right on the Colorado River with my bus parked right there. So we're gonna spend the night here and build a fire and have some dinner and enjoy the nature that's around us. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see where we're at. It's an incredibly beautiful piece of the Colorado River, and we're on a little spit of land, like a small peninsula that will give us a good view of a sunset. Beautiful view all around. I parked here so I would get sun setting on my solar panels. I might have been parked right here so that I would have a 270-degree view of beautiful river. So I'm going to go and sit in that chair over there and give you guys a lecture. This is one of the best things about living in a motorhome, or in my case a bus. It's one of the best things about this lifestyle. You can just decide to drive down the road and find a beautiful spot, and if you're like me, you can just drive down the road and find a beautiful spot. If you're negative about this kind of opportunity, or about the likelihood of finding a beautiful place when you drive down the road, then I guess it's not going to happen to you. I refer to these things as little miracles. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to drive up to probably one of the most beautiful spots I've found so far in the California or Arizona desert, and it's vacant. There's nobody here. The two of us are here all by ourselves. There's coots in the water out there, like, you know, little ducks called coots. And we're gonna build a little fire, enjoy a nice meal, and a lot of our friends will be camped in a pile of dust, just on dirt or on gravel, somewhere near Ehrenberg or Quartzsite. You know, the campsites are, I mean, this is gravel, but I'm 12 feet from the water. I could take 3 steps and dive in, other than it's cold and I don't know if I can swim anymore. I used to be a good swimmer, but I haven't been swimming for a long time. I'm sure I can swim. I was just making a joke. Anyway, I'm gonna wait until sunset, maybe include a little bit of the dinner we're having. But the main thing about this video is to show you that if you're positive and you allow miracles to happen, miracles happen. And obviously this is not a miracle from God. It's just that most people think it's very unlikely for them to successfully find a beautiful, wonderful spot, no matter where they go. So they drive to like a government campsite or a BLM land because they know it's BLM. I don't know what this land is. I didn't care. I just drove in here. There's already fireplaces. People have camped here before. And I'm sure we can camp here one night without causing any problem for anybody. So when I turn the camera around, everybody with knowledge of the area will know exactly where I'm at if they don't know already. There is a dam down there. I don't know what it's called. It would be some probably for irrigation, etc. But look at that water. It is so beautiful. I'll go back and see if I can find a coot for you. There's the coots. Should be some more over here somewhere. Yeah. Those little coots are occasionally fighting. I just noticed a flock of birds going by, so figured, hey, I'm in high magnification. I'll just take their picture. Well, if I had my California fishing license, I'd be fishing. If I owned a boat, that boat would be going in the water. But you know, I have neither of those, and but I do have a friend cooking dinner. Pretty awesome friend, pretty awesome dinner. Look at this. You know, this is like, this is really unusual, because when I'm making my own, all it is like, you know, I don't even use a plate. I eat the black beans by putting a spoon in it and eating it. I don't never make them part of another meal. So look at what's happening to me, and I can thank Steve for that. Steve's my guardian angel. He drove me up to find this miracle.
Smell-o-vision.
I'm not smelling it. There's no smell-o-vision. But we can give them like the sound of the crackling beans. So we ate our tacos, had a couple each. Both of us are full. Now it's time to start a fire and watch the sun set. So I'm not normally all that nomadic, but when I decide to go find a nice spot, it's pretty easy for me to figure out where to go. So we chatted about many things. One of them was how lucky we are to have found this spot, but then, you know, we both appreciate that if we didn't just go try, we would never be here. So obviously the message is the same old message as we always hear from people who are successful at achieving anything. Just do it. Just take that step. Just try. Just do it. Even if all you're looking for is a pretty place. All we wanted was a pretty place, a peaceful spot, and a place to hang out. And because we're together, we're building a fire. Probably we wouldn't do that if we were traveling alone. We may stay here for days. We may leave tomorrow. And the day started with a chance meeting and a mutual goal. Fire didn't last long because I'm only burning pieces of wood that happen to be available inside my bus. Well, if you liked this video, please consider giving it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and push that little bell button. I never make the most exciting videos. I'm a little old to be riding skateboards and, you know, climbing mountains and doing things that are relatively dangerous and physically strenuous. But I hope to encourage people or motivate people to just get out there and try stuff. Just get out and try things. If you're into van life or interested in van life, just start. You don't really need anything. You could have a tent. You could get there on a bike. You have a bike with a tent and a sleeping bag and a small amount of food. You can enjoy exactly the same situation. In this case, we're only like 10 miles from a town. So I hope you do what you need to do to make your day great, and get out there and do stuff.
See you tomorrow.